washing on a very large commercial job. Got Big Chris right here on a 24-inch General Pump General GP Hammerhead. So we're gonna go join Apex and our other guy here in a minute and show you what we're doing over there with another surface cleaner. Basically, what we're doing here is surface cleaning from high to low. We're gonna do some large sections and then rinse. We kind of don't want that stuff to dry on the concrete because it makes it a little bit more difficult to clean up if you let it dry. So once you do your surface cleaning, parking lot this size, approximately 400,000 square feet. So obviously it's gonna take us a few nights to do it. We do a good bit of surface cleaning, then we'll rinse it. And sometimes you gotta rinse it much further than what you think because you don't want to resurface clean over all of that water that you removed. So I see a bunch of guys coming in here. Say hello to everyone. Hope y'all having an awesome night. I'm gonna show you something else I'm real excited about, and then we're gonna talk about some pressure washing. And spin the camera back around here. This is my new Tundra. We're not quite using it in the business yet, soon to be, but doing a couple things to it, rebuilding a trailer whenever we get a day off. Then we're gonna have a whole new outrig, whole new color scheme and everything. But we found this this toolbox here, black. There's not a lot to choose from right now due to shipping and all that, but this is one that'll work for a while. Got it mounted up. Basically no drilling. It just 4 bolts on each side, with 2 bolts on each side, and locks into a little channel right here under the lip, and no drilling. And the only thing we had to be careful of when we opened this door, it wanted to almost contact the cab there. So we got about 1/8 of an inch, maybe 1/4 of an inch, so it doesn't contact the cab, just in case I ever want to take this off and sell the truck or what have you. You know, usually we run them for 2 or 3 years, then move on to another vehicle. Ultimately want to do a flatbed diesel build, but there's some pros and cons to that. If any of y'all have some flatbeds out there, y'all can comment in the box below. The pros of it for me versus pulling a trailer is everything's self-contained. It's easy mobility, this, that, and the other. And it's very appealing to have a diesel flatbed with everything on it. But I must realize if I do a flatbed diesel build, that truck has to stay on the job for you to be working. It's not like you can detach it and then go run other errands or go run to another job, which we often do. We got 2 locations going tonight. Later on tonight, we're gonna jump and run. So that's one of my things. Another thing, if your flatbed ever breaks down and you got all your equipment on the back of it, you're pretty much out of work. If one of our trucks go down, it's easier to grab another truck somewhere, somehow, to pull the trailer. That way we can keep the crew going, the money coming in, that sort of thing. Another thing I was going to point out about surface cleaning here, if y'all need to find out how we bid some of these very large commercial jobs, I have that new course on BillyDavidsonVIP.com that teaches how to bid commercial jobs with sample contracts. It has been extremely popular. So many people have took advantage of that. We bid 6 separate jobs plus a bonus, and it has 6 separate sample contracts for each individual job. I think it benefits you a lot. So on this, our location here, we're only able to feed our buffer tank with 1 water faucet, but luckily we have a fire hydrant down the road. So basically what we're doing is we go and fill the buffer tank to about 95%, drive back with it, which is only about 1/4 of a mile, and then we start feeding the tank off of that water faucet again. So we're getting a much longer run time when using 2 pressure washers off that buffer tank, and my pressure washers output are about 12 gallons per minute. So we using probably 20 gallons a minute because I'm not running on max RPMs. That water faucet is only probably putting in about 8. So you can see our deficit is significant. We wouldn't be able to wash long. So that's where we're kind of running back and forth. A lot of people ask what I'm going to do with this Tundra. Guys, I love this truck. It's got ice cold air. It rides like a Cadillac. Completely 100% mechanically sound, but it is a 2007 Toyota. 130,000 miles on it. The only complaint I got about it is I don't like that smaller back door versus the new Tundra. The new Tundra's got a massive back seat. This one's a little bit confined, but you can still fit an adults back there. But the main problem with this truck's a little bit underpowered. Now, that being said, it pulled that trailer all the way to Memphis and back, you know, fairly easily. We could hear it hunting for gears when we got into some higher elevations, but it made it. Didn't use a drop of oil. But if you're a local guy around my area and you're interested in this Tundra right here, hit me up, because it won't be long. I'm gonna get it detailed out, get all our stuff out of it, get it serviced, all changed, that sort of thing. It's got new tires, and then I'm gonna list it, and I don't know what it's worth either, so I understand they're going for a good bid. So we got Apex over here with Mr. Chase. They don't even know I'm live, so if they say something funny, I'm not responsible. We're gonna let Apex read some of these comments. So as y'all know, I've had a retina detachment before in the past, and I can't see these small fonts. So this is Chase. He's actually my next door neighbor. We've become friends over the past few months, and he works on the rivers, tugboats, that sort of thing. In his time off, he wants to do a little bit of pressure washing. He's really interested in starting his own business, and we're really trying to get him up and running. A lot of people say, well, that could be your competition. Sure, it might be, but I think good competition, properly trained on pricing, what equipment's needed, is good. It's great. You know, it's good for the business in general, because we got some guys around here that basically work for nothing. Excuse me. And you know, it's hard to compete with those guys, and they're not around long. You know, they either find a pressure washer in their garage, and they have no ambitions to continue to do it, so they're gonna wear that little machine out, make a few dollars, and then move on to something else. But Chase wants to start his business, probably work a little bit different area, a little bit more east of where we located, and he could probably make several $100,000 a year just starting out, kind of following what we're training. But so guys, I'm gonna get this over to Apex. We got a ton of comments, guys. Thank y'all all for joining us in this live tonight. Again, forgive the terrible camera work. Please hit that like button. That way YouTube will push this out to other people. The more people that we can get to watch these videos helps them, you know. It also motivates us as well. Go grab Apex. He's gonna read some comments, some questions, and maybe we get Chase to say a word or two. Again, he doesn't know nothing about YouTube, so I'm not responsible. Hey, Apex. Chase, we're live on YouTube. You're going to tell everybody hello?
What's going on, people? How you doing?
That's it. That's the big Chase. Hey, Apex.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you to read a few of these comments. So, here goes old Apex. We got a ton there, so.
All right, yeah, 27 people, 11 likes.
Now, guys, this is a 30-inch surface cleaner. It's a 2 spray tip bar. What size tips we got in this? 2506s.
Yep.
Now we run in the machine probably about 70% power, so it's doing pretty well.
Yep.
This is some awful concrete too. You might not can quite tell at nighttime, but this stuff is quite dirty for sure.
Oh, they can tell in the camera. I'll give them a quick shot of the comparison of night and day with the start-stop.
Yeah, absolutely.
So guys, this is truly what we call a night and day difference with this concrete, as you can see.
You can see that.
And that's before rinsing too.
Yeah, so, after we rinse it, even brighten. I mean, when it dries tomorrow, it'll be snow white out here.
Yeah, and Mike Jones is asking, is this the same job from yesterday?
Yeah, Mike, we're going to be out here for several days. Like I said, it's about 400,000 square feet of concrete we're doing. So we can't do it in one day. Neither we wouldn't want to either.
All right. And Christoph Boswell says, Bon monde. Hi, everyone.
Bonjour, comment ça va?
And Wade Pat just says, Billy, I'm loving my Dual Max Pro from Southeast Soft Wash. Just need to upgrade to an 8 gallon per minute.
Yeah, definitely, man. If you're going to be doing some commercial work, these 8 gallon per minute machines will definitely get you home a lot quicker. We ran some 8s for quite a long time. Now we're running these 12s. And just as there's a huge difference between like a 5.5 versus an 8, there's even a bigger difference versus an 8 versus a 12 gallon per minute flow. You ever get your hands on a 12 gallon per minute machine, it's a different animal altogether, and you'll absolutely fall in love with it.
And Wild West says, hold on to that truck for a bit. Production of trucks is stopping and used prices are going way up.
Yeah, they are. Used prices are going up. I was just telling them we're about to do our transition. I was showing them our box we installed. Yeah, I'm not in a rush to sell it, but I probably need to get rid of it. For one thing, I have a place to keep it. You know, it kind of ties up a lot of our space inside the shop.
Yep, and this is UZ03 says, how much does a job like this pay?
So we charge a square foot of this job. I'm not going to say exactly what we're getting on this, but it is it's enough to buy another truck.
Yep. And DC Lines Houston, yes sir, that is a 30-inch surface cleaner we are using. It is a 2-bar, meaning we have 2 spray tips underneath there.
Yeah, actually our bar we had under there last night hit a rock, unfortunately, and knocked a hole in the side. So Apex picked up a new bar today, and I'm not sure what was it, $50 or $60 or whatever, but you know, that happens sometimes. That's why we have to charge pretty good money for service cleaning, because it's kind of rough on the equipment. The machines are under constant duty, so you're not on and off the trigger. It's constantly powering water through this line and through the surface cleaner, so all's got to be changed, service got to be maintained on these machines, parts got to be replaced, so that all kind of gets built in with the price, obviously.
And JRDLG5 says, have you looked into these dual bar wide surface cleaners?
Yeah, actually I was thinking about one of those last night. It was like a 48-inch. Basically what you have there, if you ever turn one over and look at it, you got 2 spray bars, 2 separate unions, 48 inches. Each spray bar is going to be 24 inches wide. It's basically like having 2 of those General Pump side-by-side 24-inch surface cleaner that Big Chris is using over there. Now, you have to have a massive amount of water flow for that. Somewhere in order that 12 gallons per minute would probably be a good start. Now, in our case, we have 2 machines that we can time these kit together and make it all come out through 1/2 inch hose and probably push 22, 24 gallons a minute. Tempted to try one. I know they're a couple $1,000s. I've heard some good things about them, some bad things about them. But I think if you set them up right, I think that it would probably be productive.
Yep, and David Russell says, y'all still liking that GP 3-bar cleaner? Oh yeah, man, that General Pump, the Hammerhead, bro, the 24-inch.
Yeah,
it's a good unit.
We paid $600 for it, and it's, I don't know, it's probably made me $200,000 in the past year.
It's paid for itself many times over, man.
For sure.
And this is UZ03 says, amazing, man, great gig. How do you find jobs like this? Walk onto the business?
No, not necessarily. We do marketing. This job right here was actually kind of landed through striping. As I talk about all the time, striping, if you're not doing it, start doing it, get into it, whether you learn it from us or you teach your own self. Get into that striping because it opens up so many doors. Dumpster pads open up doors as well. Now, if you got your Google My Business set up properly, that could bring in a lot of calls for you. I get 400, 500, 600 calls a month just off of Google My Business. And we're running low on water.
Yep.
All right, let's shut her down. Guys, we're about to go fill up from a fire hydrant, so y'all get to see that. So anyway, your marketing, there's so many ways to market. I actually pay a girl that's semi-local to us to do emails for me, email marketing. She's only takes on a couple people, but I pay her so much per email. Basically, does all her research, finds the email to, let's say, a business that's downtown town, in downtown, that needs cleaning. Oftentimes you walk in there and hand them a business card that goes through the secretary, and it's not all that productive. So that's of the person who writes checks and that can make decisions. And she's really superb at doing it. I pay her about $7 or $8 per email, but sometimes she has, a little bit of time in finding these hard to find emails. She calls them, she bothers them until she gets the email. And we have had insane results with using that email campaign. You can do it yourself. You can hire somebody to do it. She's phenomenal at it. If anyone you want to get in touch with her, she can do it remotely. So she's working for a guy that's several states away. She's quite a bit of ways from me. She does it, and I just tell her basically, hey, I want to go after car dealerships. I want to go after Marines. Hold on one second here. Shotgun real quick. So we're gonna go fill up from a fire hydrant and Alright, start going down. Alright, shut it off. You don't want to ever use a wrench in there that's going to cause damage to it. It's not hard. A good guy's going to draw hydrant. So, another thing I want to show real quick, you have a using hydrant. This goes as a little bit of this is made out of stuff. Our great pipe, and also it's laying on the ground so it gets dirt. So when we first come here, Apex barely opens it up. Just a crack. So we kind of rinse all of that out, before we go to our tank. So here we go again, big person safety.
Someone's gonna bid an Advanced Auto Parts, their parking lot.
Is that thing saying the Tesla where it's at now again?
I don't
Wonder why
think.
it
I think it
does.
was just a text or
Oh.
something.
Advanced Auto Parts. What, washing or striping?
It. Okay, he's asking what did you use for degreaser?
Man, I like Gold Assassin. I like Purple Power. You know, you can get sodium hydroxide beads. It's not really complicated. Purple Power is pretty much a go-to degreaser for us. And, you know, some people say, well, it's not that strong. It's strong enough for most applications. You know, it does pretty decent. Let's go grab us a drink, Big Chris. Then we'll, Can you hear us? Take one drink. We'll take a quick drink break. And what you got, Apex?
I think we're all caught up on our comments. So, do you want to conclude or?
Well, no more questions. Let me see how many people we got on board.
18 with 23 likes.
Thank y'all for the likes and join us. Let's see if we got any questions, comments. That's probably pretty much it.
Yeah, they're all talking about the water meter and like Wild West said you had to go to City Hall or something. Like,
Yeah, depending on where you at, what county you in. Of course, here in Louisiana, we have parishes, so sometimes we got to catch ourselves. But yeah, we have parishes here. I don't know what that means, but yeah, just go to your local county, water district, sanitation board. Someone will know where to go to. Of course, it's all different. Sometimes it's hard to say exactly where you need to go in your area because a lot of times that's not universal. So, all right, guys, well, we're going to wrap this up. Again, we're going to be doing some more lives out here. So please hit that subscribe button if you hadn't already. Give us a thumbs up. Go visit BillyDavidsonVIP.com. If you need some pressure washing training, I would greatly appreciate if you use mine. I'm a little biased about it. I think it's the best out there. What do you think, Apex? We got the best training on the planet. Absolutely, man. I always say if my training can make you more money than what you've been making, it's good. So, man, where's mine at? Y'all left me out. Look at this, man. Man, he gave me the best water around. He gave me the name brand water. What else you got in there? Whiskey?
I wish.
Oh, man. Well, on that note, guys, we out of here. Y'all have a great night. We'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. Oh.